But Larry Ellison purchased that island for $300 million. He's probably quadrupled that investment as he's built 3 luxury resorts on the island, along with created 3 golf courses. And it's quickly becoming a popular place for deer hunting.
To the right again.
We got some more? Yeah, we're going to...
Down now.
Okay, yeah, we'll continue. As we get a little bit closer toward Lahaina, we'll start to see even more. But keep your eyes open. A lot of times as we make this crossing, we can see them doing a big breach with a big splash where they completely come out of the water. Or they'll lay on their side and slap their pectoral fin, which that kind of puts on the best show because they're still when they do that, and we can typically get over the top of them and see them really well.
Is that Lahaina straight ahead?
It's Ka'anapali we see straight ahead, and then Lahaina's to the right of it with the big white smokestack in it. Yeah, if you look straight out at about 11:30, you see the big white sailboat right, but directly behind that, that's called Black Rock, and it's a big lava flow coming into the ocean. They built a resort on top of it. That is kind of the heart of Ka'anapali. Goes about 2 miles on either side of that. See another one? Yeah, just underneath us. See them right there? 2 of them. Yeah, we're going to keep going. This is a good sign. That's a good eye, Robin. Point that one out. They were real close. Now, if you look off at about 12:30, you can see our 4th island out here. That's called Koho'olave. Out of the 8 major islands, that is the smallest, and it is the only uninhabited island. So there on the left you can see Black Rock and Ka'anapali Beach. This beach is always listed in the top 10 beaches of the world by the travel magazines. If you go to the left, you've got Napili and then Kapalua. And then right up front with the big white smokestack, that is Lahaina. There's a whale right there on the right. See the smoke where he just blew? We'll do a turn over. Fortunately, he's kind of right there in the sun. We'll see if he stays up. Got another one yet on the left-hand side, so if you look on the left, you'll be able to see some. Yeah, look here on the left, just below the surface. That one's got a calf on the side. Yep, the calf just popped up. Yeah, if y'all saw the cruise ship, if you're staying here in Lahaina, this is the first time it's been out in 2 years. So they stopped during when COVID first shut down Hawaii, and it's the first time they've been going around the islands. Yep, there's a couple right back there.
la mai kaula na ia o ku ai ia I hale kamana o ke iki wale I hanani I kauka vei amauna alani o ke ala o hino
I think we got one right down here, yep. There, is that him right there? It's hard to tell. Maui no ka oi, la Bishop Museum, no ka ai. Hey. Oh. It's such a beautiful day out here today. Very rarely do we see the seas this calm. So here on the left-hand side, if you look up into the mountains, that's called Laniopoko Valley, this first one we see on the left. Just to the right, we're going to fly up Olowalu Valley, and then we got another valley a little bit further down called Ukamehame. And where these three valleys come in from the south shoreline, they're going to go in and all converge at one point. And that's where they believe the original crater was for this volcano. This volcano is known as Mauna Kahalavai. So directly in front of us is the biggest volcano on the island called Haleakala, and but this is the original or the oldest volcano. Thought there might have one right here. Hard to tell. Something's going on underwater there, though. Alright, so that's pretty successful whale hunting, wasn't it? Good job, everybody, for helping me spot them. As we come on shore here again, we're going up into the middle of these three valleys on the south side. This is called Olowalu Valley.
We wondered, are those wind turbines
They are.
operational?
Yep, this is called the McGregor Wind Farm, and they've got 34 wind turbines here that are tied in, and they augment the Maui electrical grid here. This is the windiest part of the island, as in between the two volcanoes is where we get the highest winds. And yeah, they're just not turning because they typically require, I think it's 10 to 15 knots of winds, and the winds have been pretty light, less than 10 knots the last few days. As we come into this part of the island, this is just like on the eastern end of Molokai, where there's no roads or trails here. And the only way that you can see this part of the island is by some type of aircraft. As you come over this ridge, if you look to the right, this is going to be Ukamehame Valley. So again, this one goes out to the shoreline where we just came from. Now if we look back here to the left, you can see where all three of these valleys all converge, and just below us is where they believe the original crater was. So we've got Ukamehame, Olowalu, and Laniopoko. If you turn your attention to the right, where we've got these beautiful layers of clouds lofting in here, this is the largest, most famous valley called the Iao Valley. This is where in 1790 King Kamehameha I won his first battle in the consolidation of the Hawaiian Islands. That happened in 1790. If you look through the valley entrance, you've got Iao Valley State Park right at the base of it, but it goes out to the Wailuku Boat Harbor. And when King Kamehameha landed here, he had 1,000 war canoes between here and the big island of Hawaii when he invaded the island of Maui. Alright, as we come over this next ridge, this is our fifth and final valley, and this is called Waikapu Valley. So this is called Waikapu Valley, and we're going to take this into the big valley between the two volcanoes. And the island of Maui is known as the Valley Isle because of this huge valley between the two volcanoes. But I'm going to be checking in with air traffic control, so I might be a little quiet on the radios here.
There's no place to rest me. Fun goes standing where I live. Nice lay till the sunset beyond the horizon. It's time to try the Hawaiian roller coaster.
Alright, so as we begin our final approach here, you'll notice just off the nose there's a highway we're going to cross over right before we get to the airport. Just inside that highway in that field, this last flight, we probably saw about 200 axis deer feeding. So as we make our final approach, there's a good chance we'll see a lot of deer out here.